All right, now we're going to get into something pretty important. The last part of the foundation. This is the last part of the AutoX system. And we're going to get into something that affects every major purchase that you make. In fact, we're going to get into credit. And basically, credit's a report card on how well you pay back money that you borrow. Now, today, you need to have good credit. Anytime you borrow money, say for a student loan, credit card, let's use a car loan in this example. Every time you borrow money, say the car company will contact another company called the credit bureau. And the credit bureau is going to grade your credit each month because they're going to learn things about you, like if you paid your bills on time, how much you owe, if you, and other details, other junk. Don't even worry about it. And each month, the credit bureau will give you a grade, just like school. Obviously, if you're paying your bills on time, you're going to have a higher grade than somebody that's always paying late. And today, you really need to pay your bills on time. You need to get your credit handled because it costs you a lot of money. Today, you can't even get a job. It's tough to find a job with bad credit. The reason being, they pull your credit right when they hire you. If you try to get a loan with bad credit, it's tough. And even if you are able to get a loan, you're going to be making payments a lot higher. And the thing is, this credit stuff, it's pretty easy. It's not that hard. Basically, all we have to do, there's 5 things you need to remember. Pay your bills on time. That's simple. We've done that. The AutoX system, where we have the automatic bill pay set up, taking care of it for us. Next thing you want to do, make sure your debt is low. Not a problem either. We have a budget set up. Done. We're cool. Third thing, we want to have insurance, car and medical insurance. Something happens, you can't pay it, it hits your credit. Fourth thing, pretty simple. You want to check your credit once a year and also protect yourself against identity theft. And there's some tips on cashedu.com for you guys that will be able to take care of that for you. And now the fourth thing, or the fifth thing, bad accounting, is you need to build your credit. And this part will take some work. It'll take a little bit of work because I talked to many of you before the show, and most of you were saying to me, you know, I don't have any credit. I don't have a credit card. I don't have a car loan. I don't have anything. So you have no credit. And you see, when you have no credit, that puts you into bad credit territory. And the reason it does this is because unless you prove to the credit bureau, unless you could prove to them you have the ability to repay money you borrow, they can't grade you. Now, it's just like school. If your teacher never gave you any homework, never gave you any tests, never took attendance, how would they give you a grade? Same thing with credit. And how we show them and how we build our credit is we need to take and pass those tests. And one of the cheapest and one of the easiest ways to do so is through a little plastic tool we call a credit card. Now, I know you guys heard me talking kind of bad stuff about it in the last section. But that's for people handling it the old way. The old way gets people in trouble. But how we do this the new way, we use this as a tool to build our credit. So what we do, we use our credit card each month, and we pay it off in full. That proves to them, hey, we're taking the test, and when we pay it off in full, we passed the test, our grade goes up. So we use this credit card and we pay it off in full. What do? We use it and we pay it off in full. Pretty basic stuff. Now, I don't want you guys going out there getting a credit card just yet, because this still causes a lot of people problems. A lot of people are out there in credit card debt, struggling. So what you want to have a little safety net in place. What I call my safety net is your 6-month emergency fund. We talked about that in the last section. Also, you want to have a working budget, which means you're able to save money each and every month. And lastly, you want to be able to control your spending. And when you do, you can go out and get your first credit card. Be careful with it, but you can use it as a tool to build your credit. Now, when you get this first credit card, I'm going to give you some advice that may shock you. I always talk about being a good businessman, doing business right. But when you get your first credit card, I don't want you doing business the way they want you to. In fact, I want those credit card company CEOs, I want the guy in the suit in the big glass building up there looking down on you, calling you a deadbeat, calling you a freeloader. Deadbeat, freeloader. Those are the actual names. Credit card company executives. That's what they call people that handle their money responsibly. That's what they call people that pay off their bill in full. Now, the reason they do this, I have my personal reason. I shouldn't share it, but I'm going to, because they don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your dreams. They want you in debt and in a struggle. They want you owing them money so they can go off in their country club. Now, I was their punk for a little bit. I don't want you guys being their punk. How we do this, again, we use our credit card, we pay it off in full. We don't worry about what they say. See how credit cards work is they operate on a 30-day, typically a billing cycle, monthly billing cycle. So if you use it and pay it off, you don't have to pay them any interest. So you're building your credit for free. And that's where I want you guys, because you saw how much credit, having good credit can save you. Just in that car example. I'm going to break it down for you real quick. Credit will save you hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. It's pretty simple to do. You know the tips. Everybody can get that handled. Anybody ever have problems with their credit before that it was kind of a struggle to get out? I can relate. It cost me a lot of money, man. Just one loan for myself. Cost me an extra, I don't even want to do the math. So I want everybody out there to get your foundation in place. Build your credit using the tools after you have your safety net in place. And in a second, we're going to get to something that you've been waiting for all day. But first, I want to break this down for you. Credit is like your financial reputation. Handle it right, you save money. That's the easiest thing you could do to start calling your own shots in life.